Nigeria is set to agree on including taxes for cryptocurrencies and other digital assets in the Finance Bill 2022, currently being drafted by the Ministry of Finance. According to the Finance Minister Zainab Ahmed, the bill seeks to amend relevant taxes, excises and duty statuses in line with the macroeconomic policy reforms of the federal government, to amend and make further provisions in specific laws in connection with the public financial management of the Federation. According to the minister, the proposed Finance Bill 2022 is anchored on 5 fundamental policy drivers: tax equity, climate change, job creation and economic growth, tax incentives reform, and revenue generation or tax administration. 32 tax considerations align with the tax equity pillar of the bill and include taxing capital gains from digital assets like cryptocurrency, lottery, gaming, which could be sports and betting, and cable undertaking. To help us understand what this means, we have Humphrey Irabo, the team lead, Satoshi Online Miners. He joins us virtually. Good to have you join us today.
Yeah, good morning. It's a pleasure joining you once again.
Absolutely.
After a while.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, now the Finance Bill 2022 is being reworked, and we see that the federal government has added 5 pillars, or it's hinging a lot of the provisions on 5 pillars, one of them being a tax equity. Talk to us. What's your thought on this? If you can hear me, Mr. Humphrey, I'm saying that this particular bill, that's the new Finance Bill 2022, is based on 5 pillars, one of the pillars being tax equity. And it's on this premise that we have the federal government talking about taxing cryptocurrencies and other digital assets. I'd like to have your thought on this. What do you make of it?
Yeah, what I will have to say is this, because when we bring cryptocurrency into the tax system of Nigeria, in the first place, there's no legislation that has anything to do with cryptocurrency. And even those who are into it, the CBN says it's a no-go
Please hold on, sir. Please hold your thoughts, sir. We'll come back to you. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll continue.
Okay. Thank you.
Many thanks for staying with us, and we still have with us Humphrey Irabo, the team lead, Satoshi Miners. Thank you for staying with us, sir.
Thank you very much once again.
Okay.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah. Before we went on that timeout, I was asking you what you think about this inclusion or addition to the Finance Bill 2022.
It's actually surprising to see cryptocurrency as one of the assets to be taxed, because the CBN has not even still come out to say that the banks should continue to, encourage or trade with those who are in business or in partnership with people who tend to use cryptocurrency. And for the government to list cryptocurrency as one of the assets to be taxed, to me, I think it's laughable. It's laughable. I think that's the only thing I would say. And so what do you want to tax? Those who are doing it, it looks as if they are doing an illegal business, because the banking system is cut off from them, but they still went behind, find a way around about it, and they continue their business.
Don't you think the federal government is probably going to legitimize that particular aspect through this act?
Yeah, I didn't get that fully. I think you are cutting off. I didn't get that. Yeah.
Okay, so I was asking, who knows, maybe the federal government is considering making that particular transaction legitimate in Nigeria. Could that be the reason we're seeing this? Bearing in mind that even the Securities and Exchange Commission also recognizes cryptocurrency as digital assets. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, the Securities and Exchange Commission recognizes it as an asset, but the platform for it to, the participants, they can't just be playing in the air. the banks are supposed to act as an intermediary where this instrument is supposed to play out, but the banks are cut off, and they just come. I think there needs to be a synergy between SEC and CBN, because cryptocurrency has a dual role. It can be used as money. It can also be used as an asset. So the CBN cutting off cryptocurrency for being used as a means of exchange, while SEC actually embrace it as an asset. There are two things, and which we need to come together and allow the two to play out. Because you can't ban something and at the same time want to tax it. There's confusion. There's bound to be confusion.
All right.
I don't know whether I'm communicating.
What did you say, please?
I said I don't know whether I'm communicating. I said there's bound to be confusion.
Absolutely, I get you. So what do you think should happen moving on if this should, be included in the Finance Bill 2022? What do you expect the CBN to do about this?
Well, the CBN have to come out and say, okay, we are sorry. First of all, I apologize to those who are in the business, because first and foremost, it's more or less like trying to run a legitimate business. A business that is legal worldwide. You are trying to create an atmosphere of making it illegal in Nigeria. First, they have to apologize to those who have been haunted, by EFCC, because they have cryptocurrency transaction on their phone, on their laptop, and then you put it out to the public that this is the banks should be allowed. They are now allowing the banks, lift the ban on the banks to actually. In fact, even as I'm talking, the banks are doing transactions. They don't, whether they know it or not, they are doing some transactions that involve cryptocurrency. It's just unfortunate that CBN is still playing the hide and seek game on cryptocurrency because of politics.
All right, when you say the banks are still having transactions in cryptocurrencies, whether they know it or not, what exactly are you trying to say? Help us understand that, please.
Yes, whether they know it or not, cryptocurrency transaction is going on. Because I said, you can't just even with the software they have. You understand? You cannot. What is being here in Canada, cryptocurrency. There's a synergy between the banks, the blockchain company, and there's a process. It works out. It works out. You cannot just isolate Nigeria from the whole world, because some people are afraid. People have converted so much naira into dollars and pounds and euros. They are afraid that Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency will flatten out. We flatten their gains or whatever. It has some political tone. It has some political undertone, which, if it is not addressed properly, we just lose out. We lose out economically, because right now we are already losing out, but individually people are gaining. I'm not talking of the recent crash. One of the blockchain company that filed for bankruptcy. That is bound to happen because it is an evolving technology. It is an evolving technology.
All right. Well, in closing, let's have your final thoughts.
My final thought is this: let CBN come out with a clear policy on cryptocurrency, and you can't just want to tax. For me, I would say, how do you want to tax me when you are running after me? With EFCC and the police making me look like a criminal, and all of a sudden you discover that it has some economic gain. I didn't think the CBN was able to play their role, encourage these people, those who are even mining, encourage them. Oh, this is an alternative to foreign currency. Even there's what we call moral situation. You can come out and say, okay, yeah, you are making so much. yes, you need to give back to the country. You need to
All
give
right.
back by way of taxation. But now, I can't imagine somebody who has been haunted by EFCC and all of a sudden coming out and voluntarily, putting himself up to.
It's all right. I think we'll have to end the conversation here. Thank you so much, sir. Well, we'll take a break now. When we come back, we turn our attention to the Central Bank of Nigeria that has recently announced the introduction of a national domestic card scheme. Stay with us. We'll be right back.